slightly late, but we're getting there. Oh, this is, I think, the fastest it's ever started. I'll happily take that. Okay, I'm just gonna check to make sure that, like, it does keep track of chat properly. I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, hi Bean, how you doing? Okay. Doing good, doing good. I'm taking down the pyramid scheme once again. Our biggest enemy, the scam. The scam where I thought we could catch Golurk, but we actually can't. But before that, I do have a badge I need to obtain. Exactly, Beat. You get it. I'm glad that you understand. We're taking down the power. So I'm gonna make sure that, like, I can read YouTube chat properly. That's like the one thing I still need to test. Like, I've never had issues yet, but I still want to make sure. Hi, Jimmy. Good, good, Jimmy. Well, for now, I think it is an endeavor that I have to do on my own. But I would kind of need a counselor because I do have a badge I need to obtain before we continue with our main quest. I do kind of need to do that. Actually, I'm probably gonna start reaching out to one right now. While we're still mainly waiting more than anything. I did see the team. And by the way, you were right, Matt. I cannot call myself unlucky anymore. As you will find out very soon. Perfect. We do have a counselor on their way. I'm just gonna tell the situation. Hello. I will need, if like less than a minute. I'm currently starting stream, almost ready. Like 30 seconds, and then I'll be ready for my next badge. I did not expect to get an answer that quick. I don't know why, because you guys are good at anyway. Okay, now we're good to go. I am ready for my next badge.
All right, which badge might that be?
The shiny badge.
Ooh,
Turns
lovely.
out that Callie's lesson really works. I managed
Oh
to
yeah.
find 3 shinies last night.
Oh heck yeah. What? If you don't mind me asking, what method did you end up using?
I got 1 from fishing and 2 from snacks.
Hey, nice.
Well, this is one of the 3 shinies I found yesterday. The
Nice, nice,
second
nice.
of 3 shinies that I found yesterday. The third of 3 shinies I found yesterday.
Ooh, hey,
I don't know
that's
if
very
it's
sick.
I don't know if they're supposed to be different evolution lines or different species for the 10, but if it does, we're still good. I've also got this guy. I've also got this guy.
All right, all right.
Now let's get the other ones. We've got this guy,
All right, pretty nice, pretty nice.
this guy,
Ooh, that's a sick one. Nice.
this guy,
Classic right there.
the very first one. No, that's not the very first. This guy, the very
Ooh,
first one I found here, and we've got 2 actually of this guy.
nice. No, that's Orthworm's such a very nice shiny. I love shinies that are like blue and white, you know?
Yeah. So I mean
Alright,
that's 10.
that was 10. However, it does specify 10 different shiny Pokemon, and you did
Oh,
show 2 Geodudes.
okay. You know what? Okay, let's fix that. Oh, there we go. That's a 10th one.
Nailed it. Yep, there you go. Alright, now go ahead, don't forget to take a picture over by the Quest 1, or Phase 1 badge area, and you should be good to go.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, have a good one, John Mark.
You too. Should I mine in F1 mode? No. Let's take the picture in F1 mode at least. By the way, guys, the 2 ore forms, someone let me TP to them because they didn't want it. It was like their 3rd and 4th. Wait, actually, yeah, I forgot to put it in F1 mode. All that just to forget to do that. So the angle kind of off. Oh, I don't have it in my hand. And that's taken care of. That look was insane. And now we can put that in the sash. 4th. 4th badge obtained. Now we can go back with the classics. This guy can go back in the box. This guy can also go back in the box. What else do I want on the team again? Oh yeah, Chansey. Also, turns out that someone did make an EXP farm. Shout out to Gaming ME. Goated. I managed to repair the Paxel that way, like right before stream. Which Pokemon do I want for the last one? Actually, Miltank. Also, I found out. Oh right, I did not. I did not untoggle the camera. Yep. It is a lot of shinies, but the odds are double what they are on Origins. I will just say, Callie's shiny lessons work. I did not necessarily learn anything new during the lesson, but it does bring luck, it looks like. So, strongly recommend our lessons. If you have the chance to learn a lesson from Callie, do it. Unless you don't want shinies, but then in that case, your loss. Anyway, you should want to anyway because hanging out with Callie is awesome. Toasty, D Knight is a sleeper pick in 1.7, let alone 1.8. Oh, thanks, Matt. You're right. And now, like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to repair the Pexel in time until I found out, like, right before stream that we have an EXP farm now. So, like, I wasn't sure if what I was going to do. Maybe I would have done some fishing, but now we're in business. I also kind of want to, like, the problem with, I also maybe would have wanted to shiny hunt for Beldum, but, like, considering that how the behavior works when you isolate rarities, that's not something I want to do on stream. I did not want to torture you guys because I found out today no one knows, like, basically if you isolate the Pokemon like Beldum, because I did find a way to isolate Beldum in the end biome, but the problem becomes after isolating it, if you get one of the other rarity buckets, it just spawns nothing. Like, it doesn't take a bite, but it just wastes a roll. So we have to wait until it rolls for the rare bucket, and until then nothing happens. So I think it would have been way too boring to wait for that. And I think that when I'm going to keep hunting for Beldum, I'm probably going to swap one of the Starve Berries for Citrus to make it a bit faster. But the problem is, we're kind of low on honey. We're not low on bottles, that's for sure, but we're low on honey. Although I've placed some combis because I found out that, like, Hayden took out most of her combis at Big Sprout. I'm gonna put mine in there. You're right. I'm wondering what item then. But it's good to know that, yeah, today I don't think we're going to have to worry about durability. Although, we're still going to have to worry about space. Because one of the problems is, I made timer balls yesterday after stream. So, we have even less space to work with naturally. But yeah, because I didn't know because I looked up the video I knew about snack mechanics today because I was worried because, like, I spent like half an hour after isolating Beldum and nothing spawned. I thought I had just messed something up. Like, okay, did I put it in an area where it doesn't spawn? Where, like, nothing spawns? And then I found out about, like, oh, it's because it can return nothing when it checks for a spawn. Like, if there's no Pokemon in that rarity bucket, in the rarity bucket it rolls for. I guess golden apples also could help. Or yeah, Bean, I can, but it's only once a day. And I do have a Vespiquen, specifically because of that, but that's still only one ball a day. That is not enough. I know, Bean. It's tragic. I basically went through the exact same thing as you. I was like, oh my god, you can get honey balls from Vespiquen? That's so cool. And then I think it was Lego who told me, yeah, no, it's only once a day. And I went, wait, really? No. On the bright side, we're not running out of bottles anytime soon. Like, even if we're making a ton of vitamins, we're not gonna run out anytime soon. I've just yesterday, I think I picked up enough sand to almost fill an entire double chest of with empty bottles. Yes, the main issue is it's a bit hard to do to do as efficient as possible because we don't have quartz. So we can't make comparators, and we basically have to do with we basically need to do the regular honey with clocks, which is very inefficient for multiple reasons, as we found out. Because it kind of wastes quote unquote the bottles a lot, so yeah, you have to replenish pretty frequently. So at this point, I think saccharine trees might be the best way. Now let's fill those shulkers. I still need to make some chests to store this stuff. So wait a second. Until we move to the next floor, I think I'm just gonna keep all the shulker boxes already placed. Wait, I'm missing. Oh yeah, I am missing one. I know where the missing one is. It's actually at where I was shiny hunting Beldum. Let's put the temp waystone for now. Where and biome. There we go. Like, yeah, so far, like, I think I spent like 45 minutes here. And as you've noticed, this is the only, actually, kind of hard to notice with the shaders, but this is the only bite that's been taken so far. So that was why I thought it was broken, but it wasn't. Well, let's pick this up. So I'm gonna go store the TRs. We need the room. There's some good ones in there. Like Metal Sound, not really good. Agility, not really good. Energy Bolt, good. X's are okay. Mud Slap, bad. Endeavor, good enough. Metal Claw, bad. Protect, goated. And what's the last one? Sleep Talk. That's a move of all time. Well, let's go continue being a mess. The temp TP. Now let's go back to cleaning up. Back to the regular scheduled program. Fun fact, someone yesterday asked if there was anything that could spawn Golett. People never answered quicker. Everyone's heard about my woes. Because someone wanted to shiny hunt Golurk, but yeah, no. Matt, stop. Look, we already said that Bronzong is fine. The real problem is Ice Spinner. I don't know why I keep calling myself allergic to winning when you definitely are more allergic to winning than I am. Like, I don't know how... Like, you're really trying your best, Matt, I think, so that the Dracovish choke is not even in your top 10 biggest chokes. Also, like Also, I've started to realize that it is so hard. Like, I've figured out what my biggest challenge for editing stuff for like Camp Cobblemon videos is gonna be. Like, there's some stuff that I want to include that I'm like, I see, then I realize that it's not really my story to tell. Like, the fact that everyone's a creator means that, like, it's even if it's something that's cool that happens, I feel like unless it directly involves me, it's a bit hard to include. Like, it feels like, I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, for example, like Mog's grand entrance with like the Team Rocket stuff for the Clash. Like, it's cool. I really want to include it, but I'm like, I would include it normally, but not when I know that it's probably going to be in like 20 different videos anyway. Although I guess technically the fact that I would be the first one, if I'm the first one to do it, would kind of mean I win the race. But also it kind of feels like it's more like Mock, the Gaming Emmy, and Hayden's story to tell than mine. And also I feel like I kind of probably want to keep things like a bit more compact anyway if I'm trying to make sure like Camp Cobblemon might be like some of the faster content I put out. That's one of the new challenges that I've noticed about like compared to what I've done before, where it's just like if I think it goes, it has. I'm so happy I never have to deal with stall anymore. By the way, hi Zopi, how are you doing? We're taking down the pyramid scheme. One of the most important things we've done. This is something that no one else has ever done. Because basically, Golric normally only spawns in desert, jungle, and jungle pyramids or ancient cities. And this is the only desert pyramid. It is not considered a desert pyramid, so it doesn't spawn here. And out of spite, and to make sure that no one else gets scammed by this, we're taking it down. Yo, nice. That's you. Oh, emeralds. I knew I would be rewarded for doing the right thing for once. This is what happens when you take down pyramid schemes, everyone. You get paid. Am I starting a pyramid scheme of taking down pyramid schemes if I say that? Or am I getting a bit too philosophical here? A match against Nate lasting 50... It is crazy that, Matt, that like... A match against Nate lasting 15 turns is insane. He's like the last person I would expect to have a match last that long. And it's not like your team is that slow either. Like, it's not like it was like one of the two teams are very defensive and the other isn't. That is insane. Also, I kind of don't need this egg. You know what? Please spawn the chicken, and then we're gonna call it the holy chicken of the pyramid. No, no chicken. We're not getting the holy chicken of the pyramid. Not today. So I won't be surprised if at some point we start seeing caves as we go lower and lower. That's gonna feel a bit weird. Then again, I feel like it kind of would feel like how an actual pyramid would be. Although I don't think I would quite describe whatever corridors. I don't think I would describe corridors quite as caves though. So I don't know. But close enough, honestly, when you think about it. Yo, nice, OP. How big is the tournament? Are there any special rules? And like for us, it's bit like when I was playing on Origins, it felt so weird and unique. Like that there were no TMs because like it was mostly vanilla Cobblemon, and we didn't have TMs on it, so it was just like learning which Pokemon were good with only level up learned sets, which also makes for such a weird but interesting meta. Whoops. Sorry, Sandshrew. I don't know why they love getting in my way when I'm in the middle of swinging. Like, I'm not even trying to be violent. But yeah, I think this floor has lasted quite a while. I'm gonna be happy to move on to the next layer. And for reference, you see the chest up there? That's where we started height-wise, and we dug down to here so far, but it's still barely getting started. The pyramid is just massive. Here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, so it is quite a few things. Nice. Wait, bring 10 Pokemon? Oh. Oh, that's a unique format. That's interesting. Like, the bring 10 Pokemon? Huh. That's kind of cool, honestly. And for level 100, especially because like I feel like I don't really see level 100 much. Is it like you set it to level 100 all, or is it like the level 100 all rules? Because I feel like if you're setting level 100 rules, I feel like there's just that one person who just wants to run fear. For some reason, that's the impression I get every single time I see level 100 all rules. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it is a lot of unique rules. Very interesting. And honestly, I cannot really check the team. While in VR, it's really hard to just check much. Like, if you're seeing my hand move like this, that's because I'm trying to read chat. That's straight up how I had to do it. Like, it's really funny because like it feels like it was just like the opposite rules of what we just went through here in camp, where like we're only allowed to catch Pokemon that could be found at spawn, and we didn't bring a full team of 6. It was just bring 4, best of 3. No team preview or anything. Oh my god, Powder Vivian, oh my god. That is so cool. I forget so often that Powder is a move. That is a cool gimmick. Oh, Wild Flareon. So I need to put some chests near here. Once again, like I think that we're gonna run out of space at Big Sprout, but I didn't really have the time to set up. I like to really farm for some wood or anything. Also, I wasn't sure for the shiny badge for this, where if I needed to be 10 different or not. I completely forgot, but thankfully I had 10 different. Otherwise, I would have looked very silly trying to get the badge with 2 shiny ore forms. Thank God for yesterday's luck. Oh. Oh, you guys have custom mons. Oh. I hope that they're at least somewhat balanced, because otherwise I feel like it's very easy to make an excessively broken custom mon. Like, there's a joke that some of my friends make where never let fans design Pokemon. Never let fans cook. I mean, I did not really notice because I couldn't see which gimmick. What? Like I said, I could not see the team, but what a flex. What a flex. Like, there's a joke that I often make while I'm playing Cobblemon, especially like with people I'm playing on a server with, that I don't know how to read, because this is what I have to do to look at chat. I should have had to put my hand. Hello, Flareon. I wish Flareon was good. It's my second favorite evolution. It looks so fluffy. It's so much fun. Honestly, like, it feels like you're relearning Minecraft when you're playing VR, but once you get used to it, it's so much fun. Even if there's quite a bit even after getting used to it, it's a bit inconvenient. Like, you're always going to be handicapping yourself a bit by playing in VR, but at least I've never regretted it, I will say that. Well, at times on this, maybe a little, considering that right now, this guy is my best flight mount. But outside of that, yeah, no, it's really not that bad. But even then, like, I don't think I'm really suffering all that much for it compared to a few other figs. Sounds good, Zopi. I can press a button, but like when I'm doing this, no. Like, it's just swinging my arm that automatically does it. But and yes, I accidentally break stuff quite a bit just by and accidentally hit people. Like, if you've heard me say sorry when I hit someone, it's because I've accidentally moved my arm slightly too fast. And there was just someone in front of me. I've accidentally broken stuff quite a bit just by moving my arm a bit too quickly. Especially grass. Grass is never safe near me. Grass is never safe. Like, I can also mind using a button, but I usually choose not to. Like, I could use a button for this, but I intentionally want to not use a button. Like, I kind of want to do this as, like, my Impress Iron Man badge. Thank you for the follow, Jando. I kind of want to have this as my Impress Iron Man badge, because I think that it isn't, like, the sheer determination of doing that, I think, has to be impressive. But yeah, a lot of swinging is involved. Like, at this rate, honestly, like, and also you just kind of get used to it. like I said before. But it doesn't mean that there are no accidents that happen. Like, it's also like figuring out the right angle where it does and doesn't register and how quick you have to be. Like, there's... And also just making sure that the movement you do just doesn't necessarily put too much of a strain on your wrist. Like, I know that like I can do this, like drilling motion, but just kind of hard on the wrist. So I don't really do it, like really, really quick. Because, you know, like, this is just like a test of endurance. There's no way I'm gonna do that. Welcome back, Zopi. Also, like, even with it, I mean, I will say, yeah, no, I would also be scared of anyone using King's Rock mouse hold. anyone can fall victim to King's Rock mouse hold. Oh, right, I have to be careful about this part right here. I don't know how much lower this part goes. I forgot. Because, like, this used to be a massive hole that I just kind of patched up, like, by putting small platforms like, at a few spots here and there. Because otherwise, like, yeah, I do not want to accidentally fall down because of... Yeah, okay, I'm just in the middle of digging, like what was going on right now, then, oops! A hole. So I kind of want to move this here, and this here. Oh, wait, there is one more full stack. There we go. Very fitting nickname, honestly. Very, very fitting nickname. Meanwhile, on here of this, to be fair, like, everyone just said, like, yeah, we expect, like, everyone expects me to just always win, so it's just, okay. At least, especially before I figure out how good everyone is, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go fully try hard to gauge the skill level and then kind of adjust from there. But even then, like, I don't know how much I can tell. And there's still an event that we know is coming on Sunday that we don't even know what it's about. And that is also something that, like, I have no clue if I should prepare stuff for that or not. Like, if it's gonna be, like, battles or something. And if it is, I might want to have a full team. Because, like, I have not really caught anything usable since the Clash. So, like, I would kind of just be rolling with what I've used before. And it's not even a full team. I think it's a very solid 4, but, like, not flawless. Like, I think it was mainly built to counter a very small meta. Wait, got one shot? Wait, you had... Wait, what do you even have? On the mouse hold that can just KO them? Or is it whatever's next to them? Whatever's next to the mouse holds. I think I missed some... I think I missed something there. Oh, beat up. Wait, I might have missed the rules. Is it, like, bring 6? Because, like, I feel like, okay, yeah, I can see the one-shot being way more realistic with 6 Pokemon, but with 4, I feel like it's a bit of a surprise. Like, that surprises me, too. Especially knowing that it's... Especially knowing that it's King's Rock and not just something crazy like Choice Band. Also, Saturday, Rhyhorn Racing. That's gonna be hype. I can't wait for the Rhyhorn Racing. Yeah, Toasty. It's so easy to forget. It is so easy to forget when we're so used to just pick 4. Ooh. Yeah, probably want to start like dealing with all of that corner soon. Like, especially while it's still like, I don't know. I don't know why. Actually, there's no reason why I should want to prioritize that, but I kind of do. Again, Zopi, I cannot really tell. Because like, I cannot open the Poke Paste. Not in this setup. Like, I know the Mousel, I know the Vivian, but I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I know what the rest of the team is. But so far, that is so cool. And evil. At the same time, really. No worries. Yeah, no, like, it doesn't help that, like, I'm probably, like, in one of the most niche stream setups ever. So, like, I really don't blame you for forgetting. Like, it's rare that people have, like, the equivalent, it's rare that people are streaming with the equivalent of a toaster in front of their face. Well, let me take a sip of water. Here we go. At this point, it's weird to say that, like, yeah, the corners are kind of annoying. Like, I don't know why it's a surprise or anything, but, like, yeah, the borders kind of annoying. Like, it feels like I kind of have to adjust a bit more for them. And then again, it just means that, like, it kind of makes it a bit, like, I don't know why I'm a bit annoyed when it's really just making sure it's a bit less brainless, but then again, it just means that I can just yap and just, especially yap with you guys. It's really, I don't know why I went from, oh yeah, I'm tired of Desperation Hour. You know what sounds fun now that I'm free? Breaking down a pyramid. Yeah, that sounds like a very fun sport. Where did that Aquatel TR come from? What did I kill? That dropped it. Outrage is an interesting pick. Impish also? Huh. But I see Rock Slide, I know you're winning. That's how I know you're winning. You're clicking Rock Slide. Whimsicott. Energy Ball over Moonblast is a rare choice. Huh. Like the rest, not really surprised by anything, but the Energy Ball? Huh. Like, I've just been so used to seeing Moonblast instead. Also, I will say, I miss closed team sheets. Wait, Toxic and Spore? Huh. Yeah, that is a very weird combo. I don't really get the toxic. Okay, this is pretty full. Oh, this shulker box is full. I need more space. Okay. Leave me alone. Thank you. Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Oh, the Venoshock is an interesting one. Yeah. Clefairy looks normal. Like, Clefairy, I don't really question much about it, if anything. Like, that is, yep, that is basically what I'd be running to. Or close to. Okay, yeah, let's keep going in that direction. So I might... Oh, yeah, we're past the end. Like this. So, okay, cool. Yeah, that works perfectly then. Big Bertha. That might be the best nickname I've seen for Nursaluna. For Fast Ursa, though, crazy. Like, I'm surprised about... You know, Vivian, I think I would just call it Misfire, if anything. Like, I feel like, especially if you're running Vivian, I think that running... I think that naming it a Misfire would go kind of crazy. I think that's the only... I think that's the only issue you've got with your team so far. The only real issue. Like, let's be honest. Isn't that what powder is when you think about it? Powder is such a cool move, though. Like, honestly. One of the most creative moves they've thought about. Like, I wish it was more usable, but it is so cool. Wait, that would be kind of crazy, actually, in Champions. Like, as a Zard Y... Questionable Zard Y answer? Have people done that? Low kicks. Yeah, exactly, Tosi. And I know that some people have run Scarf Vivian too. And I feel like that would work really well for the few sets that are. Like, for the few people who are running Scarf on it, I think that it would be such a good fourth move. Like, I think it was Cedron's team that was running Scarf on it. I feel like that would go, yeah, pretty hard. Oh yeah, I know that you're not. I'm saying that maybe. Oh, the classic Corviknight. I will also say, I almost taught Vert what cooking truly looks like, but he got a bit too scared. he he got a bit too scared of what true cooking fine what actually it's not true cooking. Fine he was scared of what fine cuisine truly looks like. No follow me on Mousehold surprises me quite a bit. And you know, I respect it. That is an insane set in the I say insane in the best way possible here. Also, I noticed quite a big fan of Helping Hand, huh? Don't worry, I am too. Because like, is that the second, the third Helping Hand we see? This is the second time that we're hit by water and I'm worried that I'm stick drifting. That is still funny to me. Oh, am I stick drifting? No, it's fine. Oh, I don't even mean... I don't even mean bulky follow me. Like, sometimes even just, like, fast follow me. Like, even with the fast set, like, just being able to protect the Pokemon next to it is worth it. Like, once the Mousehold has done its job... It is insane. It is insane in the best way possible. Oh, we're finally getting to the part where we're digging dirt up. Shout out to Paxels. So I think we're getting close to our first trip back. Also, I need to remember when I'm gonna get to building on here, which is definitely gonna happen. You know what? That is fair. You know what? That is very fair. I forgot you already had two. Like, I forgot you had them. I forgot you had... Yeah, you already had two, so you know what? That is completely fair. Yeah, I need to remember we have the chip mod. So I'm definitely going to be using that a lot. Well, when I'm going to get to building. Which is obviously not going to be too soon. Well, it couldn't be soon enough, but it's also not going to be too soon. I don't know if I'm going to be building on stream or not, though. There's one part I haven't decided on yet. It's like, I could easily be swayed either way. I think it might depend on like what my general plans look. We'll see. Yeah, that is getting a bit like it. Sometimes I feel a bit discouraged looking down. Then I remember I need to look up. Then I start feeling a bit better. Because, oh my god, this is still going to be like a massive project still. Like, we're just getting started. My left arm is going to be so jacked by the end of this. And the best part is, we're gonna have video evidence that I did all of that by hand. And not the lazy way with hammers. If I could get at least two, like one more like layer of 3 done, I would be pretty happy. Like for this stream specifically. True. I'm left-handed, so yeah, really. Why would I need my right arm? I only needed to play Rumble, really. So, like, not really need it. I don't need my right arm to be jacked to play Rumble. I probably should, like, do it. I don't know why I'm trying to do, like, 3 wide, 1, 2 is way quicker. Like, height of 3 is fine, but, like, the width should be 2 blocks, I think, is, like, the quicker motion. I don't know if we talked about. I don't know if we talked about it. I don't feel strongly about it. I don't really know what it offers more than most of the other ones. Like I think you. I know why you're asking about it, but I don't think it's gonna be. Oh my god! I did not realize that like. The shader kind of makes this look like we're in the middle of a sandstorm, which is kind of cool. But I don't think that Murkrow really offers all that much, unfortunately. I think it's cool, but like, yeah, it gets haze. I think that's basically it, and I don't think that's enough. Like at this point, like if your reason is because of Goldango, just nasty plot. Just click nasty plot. I need more full stacks. Like this is. Oh wait, there is one more full stack. Cool. Logix being the trump card is gonna be hilarious. I do see the choice specs vision, but I don't think that's enough. Like I don't. Like at that point, switch out or just click it again, and have something that actually puts out pressure next to it. Like Talonflame Talonflame plus Goldango will put out more pressure even with a -1 special attack than hazing with Murkrow would. Like we're not Reg A where Dondozo is the best Pokemon in the format. You do not want haze for anything other than that, really, for the most part, so it's not really worth it. Specs Milotic, you know what, that is possibly more real than that. I know that's not what you're saying. I'm just choosing to interpret it wrong on purpose. I don't think that Dondozo is going to be more popular unless we get Terra. And even then, I think we've bullied Dozo players enough that I don't think that we're going to get a lot of people who's going to be interested in running Dozo. Okay, if you're talking about Lego specifically, can't you just hex Lego again? Like, it would be funnier anyway. Hey, you see, Matt? Case in point. I love how hexing people is just valid advice. And remember, everyone, hexing someone is not luck if you call it in advance. It's just skill. So that is the lesson. If there's one lesson you should learn today, that is the one. If you call it, it's just plot armor. That's not luck. That just means you're the main character. That's skill. I'm gonna have so much. I think I might have to do 2 trips to bring the stuff back, which very unfortunate if that's the case. Then again, just placing the shulker boxes is not like placing some shulker boxes, picking up the rest is not gonna be that big of a deal. I think the moment that the shulkers are full, I might just drop everything at once instead of waiting for the inventory to be full again. Or if this layer is done, I'll also do it. Because like I've noticed that we're getting there. And for more life lessons, I will also say, yes, sometimes you just need to be lucky, but if you put yourself in the position to be lucky, doesn't mean you didn't earn it. Like, plot armor moves are good for a reason. Losing games that you're supposed to lose, quote unquote, but that you put yourself a bailout, like a get out of bad matchup free card, that is earned. That is just earned. No matter what people will try to tell you, that is a fact. Like, now we're getting out of the competitive. Like, we're going to stop talking about competitive and actually just make a comparison. The reason why I'm here, like in Camp Cobblemon, is luck. I will not try to pretend otherwise, but I put myself in the position where I got lucky. Like, the fact that I know Vert and Duck is the main reason why I got in. The fact that that is the case, yes, I'm lucky for that. But the reason why I got lucky and got in that position, I applied for Origins. I worked hard as a competitive player that they would just immediately want me in. Like, even though my building skills were lacking for Origins, I did put the work in to make a video that would convince Simon to add me in here. Like, sure, I got lucky, but I put myself in the position to be lucky. And honestly, I'm so glad that, like, yeah, like, I feel lucky because, yes, this is such a great experience, Chowdas, and honestly, been great hanging out with everyone. If anything, feels kind of sad that I haven't had a chance to interact with most people more, but I think that's gonna be changing in the next few weeks. I've given myself the possibility. I've found a way to free myself from the slave labor, as I kept calling it. And also the possibility of going for the most insane bits like this. And I mean, there is luck involved. It's just you have the opportunity, like, you're just giving yourself the opportunity to be lucky in the first place. Like, yes, I earned it, but other people can work hard but just not get the same results. Like, sure, it might have been like I put the efforts in the right spots, but also, like, the fact that I had the chance to be opportunistic, that is luck. It also helps, Chowdas, that for week 1 we had a lot of, like, stuff we needed to set up for resources. And now that they've been set up, we have a bit more freedom. Now we can kind of do more fun stuff. For quite a few of us. Like, I'm not the... Like, Vert is another big one who's just been stuck doing a lot of boring duties. So has the gaming ME. And I have also been one of them. But now we're kind of set. And I've also said that, like, yeah, we'll take some step back on some of the more boring stuff. And get to enjoy and do what the stuff I actually want to do. Whether it's like a very stupid bit like this. Or just taking some time to shiny hunt, or just look for Pokemon, or just hanging out with people, or all of the above, really. And yeah, it's been great. Like, one thing I really want to do is do the friend badge, but no person from Team Turtwig, because I think that's too easy. Yeah, and I've been helping with the farms, making some too. So has the gaming ME. I've also just been especially last week. I spent a lot of time helping a lot of people to prepare for the clash. Right now, we're kind of lucky that my bit of I'm gonna take down the pyramids solved the fact that we basically had no balls for a long while. Like, I kind of fixed that just because of a silly bit. But, like, most of the time we're just, like, we kind of had to focus on that. Like, getting stuff set up. Because, like, we were fine for a good while when it came to balls, but we made so many vitamins that we just kind of got low. Which is fine, but obviously fixing the situation is also very, very nice. There are a few reasons why I barely have any badges. And yeah, obviously, like, now one of them is mainly, okay, yeah, I'm spending a lot of time for a very stupid bit that hopefully will get me the camp director badge. But at worst, I think people will just find it extremely hilarious. Like, I did say anyway that I told Mog, because Mog did some interviews at the start of camp, and I said, one of the goals I have is that by the end, people will remember who I am. Like I said before, like, I feel I'm lucky, like, I'm being here, by being here, and I know if I'm lucky, I know I'm lucky, I know it's an opportunity, and I want to make the most of the opportunity. And I want to make sure that, yeah, people will remember me in some shape or form. Like, whether it's because of crazy antics or something, or like the VR aspect or whatever else. But for that, there's no one who can make that happen but myself. And obviously the pyramid scheme, I think, very funny bit. On its own, probably not going to be enough. But there's more. I really want... But, like, it helps that, like, right now, like, I'm not really in a hurry to take down the pyramid. Like, I really want to do it, but I don't need to rush it, unlike last week, where a lot of the stuff where I did have to do, I had to rush, which really helps. Like, I can just go have fun, hang out with people, and just really enjoy the camp life. Which, honestly, really, really happy about that. And if I can, like, at the end of the day, I do want to finish it, but, like, it doesn't have to be ASAP. And I know I will. Like, I'm probably crazy enough to actually go through with it. Just need to take the time. And it's a similar story for, like, the other stuff, like build a base or stuff like that, where since I'm not really in a rush, I can kind of take the time to start doing that kind of stuff. Or just kind of... I do have some plans, I think, kind of in mind. But I do need to go through with it. Like, for now, I do want to be... And yeah, like, it's also nice that, like, I can just kind of vary the activities a bit. Now let's go back. Wait, did I pick up my shulkers? Okay, I did. Kind of lost to rambling. Kind of lost myself out rambling. Actually, I kind of want to pick everything up since we're about to go down a layer anyway. Including this. We're gonna see you even smaller soon. How much lower is this? I think this might be a bit too low. If I had to guess. Yeah, that is a bit too low. But at least like it's a height where I can kind of jump to reach. Like this. Like this is basically like the perfect height. Do I have a... Oh, okay, yeah, there's a probably decent way to reach. Like most of it at least. Let me just kind of do this. Like I said, I'm not going to press any buttons to break, but I allow myself to place blocks. Because that would be slightly too insane. Oh my god, why am I not feeling any feedback anymore? Okay, okay, now the feedback is back. Good. Can I reach? Yes, cool. Can I reach this one? I'll happily take the blame for that. Well, we're making progress, and we do have an EXP farm now, so that helps with just repairing stuff. Oh, Callie's on. That reminds me, I do need to get a reward from her for catching shinies. Since the lesson. I need to ask how it works. Am I muted? Yeah, I'm muted. We're gonna figure out how the homework works. Basically, I was supposed to catch a shiny after... I mean, I more than cleared the homework. I caught 5 since the class. 3 that I found on my own. And for what it's worth, I don't... there might be a chance that Callie doesn't join because I know that she just hasn't been feeling good for like the past week. Maybe week and a half. It's like she might just not be able to. We're gonna see. I mean, I guess I could TP to her. I think that if she didn't see before, I don't think that she's going to see now. Well, you know what? Nothing to lose though. We're gonna see. Oh, I didn't realize I went up one level. You know what? I can place a waste tone right now, actually. Just the temp waste tone. Okay, now I can try TPA. Oops. I pressed escape instead. We're gonna see. Right. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's free. Looks like.
Yes, there is.
Hello.
Hi.
What was the one I said?
I completed the homework assignment.
Oh, let's go.
I can vouch for your lessons. My luck has never been so good after attending the lesson.
Let's go.
I found 3
Nice.
shinies yesterday.
Oh my goodness, look at you go.
I learned from the best. What can I say?
Let me find you a Pokemon to trade. Ooh, no Geodude, I love it.
I got the double.
So good.
Isolated. I failed at isolating Beldum, and instead I got 2 of them. And then I went, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go fishing for a bit. With the bait I made from the lesson, I immediately got this guy practically.
Nice, let's go.
So you're not the only one with shiny Poliwag anymore.
Yay! And I don't even have it anymore because
True.
Tyhone has it.
And I managed to get the shiny badge with those new additions.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Hmm?
Callie, can you
Okay.
battle me with
Yes.
your Bagon?
Yeah, just a sec. Gotta put him in first.
And now I'm gonna go take down a scam. See you all later.
Okay.
See, Shama.
Have fun.
Thank you. I will. I forgot. Did I leave the group? Yeah. Okay. Now we're back. And see ya, Bean. Although I probably missed it, but. I don't know what the shiny trade is for, but. I don't know what the trade is for, but you know what? I'm not gonna question it. At the end of the day, I'm not particularly attached to that Geodude, honestly. It's like, I'm glad I got 2, because like, yeah, no, you can take it. Like, at the end of the day, the main reason why I would care about it would be, 1, the shiny badge, where you need to catch, well, I earned it at the beginning of the stream, so you kind of probably already know, unless you missed it, where you need to catch 10 different shinies. Since that's already obtained, I don't really care anymore. And, well, it has to be 10 different, so the fact that I have 2 Geodudes meant that one of them didn't count. So that doesn't help anyway. But, otherwise, and the fact that at the end of camp, whichever team caught the most shinies wins a bonus point, but she's on my team, so doesn't matter who. doesn't matter who keeps it out of the two of us. And I would still, like, yeah, like I said, I don't really mind. But I know we're supposed to receive a reward for completing the assignment. And the worst part is, I know that Iman is supposed to have get a clip of us catching the shiny. And, well, the first one I completed after the lesson, he was there. He saw me. He's a witness. I don't even know if he was recording or not, but I was anyway. So, like, I do have the clip. I just kind of need to edit it. If I still need to provide a clip. And I guess for the Geodude, anyway, like the best way, honestly, to prove that it was after the shiny hunting lesson is the fact that I have the shiny hunting shulker box. So, like, the proof would be there. Like, I'm not too worried about providing proof. But yeah, I think that my shiny luck is going to be changed forever now. I learned from the best. There's no other way to put it, really. How far from the center am I with, like, this row of 2? Because, like, if it's not too far, like, I feel like it's not going to be too bad to empty. Well, I do think that, like, the current new system that I'm just made for this, I think, good improvement. Like, the place the shulkers to begin with to free a few more stacks. Okay, there's still, I think, yeah, there's still more to go from the to get to the center. Wait a second, I can tell where the center, okay, it's not too far off the center. Okay, this is gonna get full so quickly. On the bright side, like, I do want honey for, like, the main limiting factor for me for snacks is honey. I feel like that is nothing new, but that is still the case. So I'm, like, now that I've put some combis in the saccharine trees, I think that it's gonna get a bit better. And then maybe I'll shiny hunt for Beldum on stream if we want a break at some point this week. Also, I do need to spend some time this week practicing the race. For the race. There is a Rhyhorn race this weekend. And honestly, I try to track a bit. It's so cool. But I do not want to know, I don't want to show how much I practice or how well I know the track until the day of. So I really don't want to practice on stream. Also, I'm probably going to need to spend some time upgrading the Paxel to Efficiency 5 because I think I was talking with that to Ryan or the Gaming ME about, yeah, I know, right now we don't have any deep slate, I don't have any deep slate to worry about, but at some point I probably will. Like, I think that's going to get low enough, like, especially with, I think it was you, Matt, who said that, like, they might have just, like, risen, like, everything below with voxel. So, like, maybe, like, we're gonna reach deep slate higher than we normally expect. And by that point, I know I will want efficiency 5. Because I've noticed that, yeah, efficiency 4, less, it makes it a bit less fun. Because I did have to mine for some gold yesterday. Because we're low on gold. And I wanted some timer balls for when I'm gonna shiny hunt Beldum. Partly because it's already going to be so hard to catch, but also because I want a Pokeball that kind of matches the color, and unfortunately there are not a lot of white Pokeballs. And like all the other ones are just like one-time catch rate. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I think that, yeah, your theory makes sense. That's exactly why. Like, I didn't question it because I think that, yeah, with that reasoning, it makes so much sense. Also, I will say, I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. If I do, it's going to be way later than usual. Because I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I do have, like, a job interview tomorrow at 12:30. And I don't know how long that's going to take, or if I'm going to want to take a break, or do something, like, in the afternoon because of it. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing the pyramid scheme if I stream during the evening. I might not. We'll see. Thank you. I will most certainly need it. Although not gonna lie, I really hope I do get it because like some money would be pretty nice right about now. I do want to like get another external drive and probably like a few upgrades here and there. Like I think those could go a long way. Especially another hard drive. Oh my god. I think that so much of why my editing takes so long is because I have to do so many things way too scuffed because I'm running out of space. And also maybe pay someone to make thumbnails. That would probably be up there as like some of the things that I'd want to do once I have money to spare. Like, I think there's a good chance I'd get, like, Mach Sky. Zocha is so insane. But, you know, first I need to get the job. But also, like, I think it's mainly a weekend thing, so, like, that might be a bit of a problem for, like, Camp Cobblemon, because most of the main events are during weekends. And unfortunately, most likely going to be at times that don't really work if I get the job. You know, the other alternative, become big enough that I make enough money that it's not really going to, I'm making enough money from this that it's not really a problem, but that is not realistic. I greatly appreciate this sentiment, Xardio. Very much so. Being a bum isn't fun. I don't mind making jokes about it, but it is not fun. Hey Tree, how are you doing? We got another badge earlier today. I got 10 shinies. I got 10 different shinies. Yesterday off stream I caught 3. While I was like, I failed Beldum twice and got 2 Geodudes, and I got a Poliwag. Like, doing good, doing good. Was talking a bit about like I think you were the one who was talking about it yesterday about the potential, about the interview tomorrow. And yeah, like today, good day on the server. Also, someone was the gaming Emmy goated enough to set up an EXP farm, so the Paxel was able to be repaired fairly quickly. And also I found out, okay, shiny hunting for Beldum is going to be a bit more of a pain than I thought. Oh, that's what I keep joking about. I call myself a bum because of the fact that, like, hey, I'm jobless. Woo, I'm a bum. I graduated from school a few years back. I'm struggling to get a job. I do not work because I'm a bum. Well, not on purpose, but I am hopefully fixing that. That is why. Like, I know it's really just a rough situation for a lot of people right now. Like, it's like the job market right now is just bad for basically everyone. But at the end of the day, like, especially about those, like, when stuff is bad, I tend to joke about my situation quite a bit. Honestly, usually I was like, normally it was once a week. Now a bit more frequently. Like, usually my mornings are, usually my daily routine is basically look for jobs in the morning, stream in the afternoon, edit during the evening. Well, no, like right now that's what it is. Usually it was stream once a week, then otherwise like my afternoons and evenings tended to be edit. Yeah. Dev jobs, like especially the software dev market. Oh my god, especially in my area, there's even more cuts being announced, which is, but yeah, like that's kind of why I'm going back to school. Like, hopefully the market's gonna be a bit better, like by the time I graduate, which would be like 3 years from now. And really, like, also depending, one of the main reasons why I didn't stream that much last week was because, like, currently, like, in camp, like, last week there was a lot of stuff that I kind of wanted to keep secret. Or, like, strategy-wise. Like, since there was a clash that weekend, I did not necessarily want whatever I was going to use to leak out. Or knowing, like, or people to know how early I prepared, because, like, from what it looked like, Team Whooper really prepared last minute, while we had a few who prepared quite a bit in advance, including me, especially because I knew that a lot of people were was gonna rely on my help. So like, if I wanted anything ready, I needed to get it in advance, because otherwise I'd be swamped. Oh my god, the assign is not something that I currently have right now. Like, the commands was really like stream specific. Like, the assign one was one very experimental overlay I did with VGC, where it would automatically assign one of the Pokemon on my team, and then you'd just be speaking as a Pokemon on my team whenever the Pokemon would be on the field. But the problem is, like, for a lot of those experimental overlays, like, I think it's not necessarily that people wouldn't be interested, it's just that people don't know about it, and because there weren't necessarily like a lot of people watching, because I'm just a small creator, not like, it wasn't very active. Like right now, this is basic. Like, funnily enough, like once I started doing Cobblemon stuff is actually when like chat has been the most consistent. Like it has been active enough that I would be way more willing to start experimenting more with that stuff again. Like, the problem is, like, I really, like, that kind of stuff, like, doesn't feel worth it until there's people actually. Yeah, for now, none. Like, until it becomes, like, my problem was just, like, the efforts really feel wasted when you spend, like, something like 20, 30 hours working on the stream overlay that you're basically not even using, because it's mainly used for like, okay, this is for like stream interaction, but there's no one that interacts. And yeah, that does kind of feel bad. So I just figured that, yeah, no, like, there's other stuff to focus on until I do that stuff again. But I think that, like I said, I think numbers-wise, I think that that things are going well enough that I'm probably going to start, like, at the moment, Cobblemon is keeping me a bit too busy to the point that I don't think I can start working on it anytime soon. But I would definitely want to start experimenting with it again, especially because I think, especially since I have past Minecraft modding knowledge, I think there's a lot of very cool and unique stuff I could probably do. But that requires me to take the time to do that. Like, it's crazy how I keep saying I'm a bum, but like, I'm somehow managed to keep myself swamped. I mean, Zardio, like, when I was doing that stuff was like, before you even knew me, it was like, start of 2025, mainly. Like, I did not even have Rumble for months until that. Like, it took, like, I wouldn't get Rumble until months later. It's like, obviously you wouldn't know, and that's kind of the point of what I was saying, where it's not like it's not stuff that people wouldn't be interested in, it's just that people just wouldn't know about it. And especially back then, like, the problem is, well, the main reason why I did it in the first place was just, okay, I'm hoping that, like, it won't take too long to find another job. I'm gonna use that as a way to just make sure I don't get rusty when it comes to programming. So, like, I did not necessarily, like, do, like, what I would call, like, the smart way to advertise, like, to grow as a content creator. Like, I was not necessarily, like, doing anything other than stream. Or prepare interactive stuff for stream. Which, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. But my priority was just, okay, making sure that I keep programming to make sure that I'm not rusty. But yeah, then after that, like, after a while, it just kind of wears on you. When you're putting that effort in, just doesn't really pay off. And then Rumble happened. Especially, like, making the Battle of Champions video was just like, right, I forgot, making videos is actually fun. And then and also, like, after a full year, you kind of accept that, yeah, no, you're not, like, unless something changes, you're not getting a job anytime soon anyway. Which is why I was like, okay, going back to school.
Does this still work for TTS?
Yes, I did not turn it off. Like, I think the main interactive thing I've got that's currently still working, like, is my starting soon screen, which is basically a recreation of the Gen 4, the Gen 4 badge case, where you can click and play music, and I have channel point redeems to make it so, like, you can change how clean the badges are, so, like, you can change the sound that way. Like, for a lot of them, like, especially because, like, I did not necessarily make a lot of interactive stuff for Cobblemon yet, or Minecraft in general. So I did not necessarily have much. Yeah, I agree, Xardio. Like, I think it's not even just, like, for the smart thing, I think it just mentally, it just feels, when it feels like you're just wasting your time, it feels extra bad.
Am I deaf or the Pokédex sound effect not play?
I think it doesn't play because I think that, like, it's very weird. Like, OBS is weird, and I think that the order in which I open which program affects if it's going to be hearing the sound or not. And I think that basically I opened OBS first like I normally should, then I opened the other software, and then OBS crashed. And then while you're opening OBS, I think that makes it so you don't hear the beep for some reason. OBS is weird. I don't think there's any other thing I can say there. And another thing that I normally have, but like because I'm dual streaming, I feel like it feels kind of weird to include right now, and also because I'm not gonna lie, kind of I'm using, like I said, because I'm low on storage, I'm kind of using the streams as a pseudo way of doing easy storage by just saving space locally and then just get the clips if I need stuff. But I'm kind of using this potentially for footage for videos.
Pokemon type?
So I normally have a favorite Pokemon type. I don't have a strong preference, but I think slightly leaning towards flying types. If I were my train, oh yeah. Normally I have like whenever ads are playing or are starting, there's a who's that Pokemon segment that plays, and then at the end of the ads, or after the supposed end of the ads, because most people end up having less than 3 minutes of ads, even if it's set as 3 minutes. I'm not complaining. I'd rather have you guys chatting than me earning like one more penny. It shows which Pokemon it was at the end. Probably bringing that back.
Fave Pokemon.
Oricorio Pom Pom. That one is an easy answer. Oricorio Pom Pom. I'll kind of already liked it casually, like when I first played through Sun and Moon. But then I built like a team that was meant to be a joke for competitive. Like I just wanted to ruin people's days on ladder, but then I kept winning. And then I started bringing it to a tournament. I brought it to a tournament when I had absolutely nothing that I felt was good. I ended up finishing second with it, and then I went, ooh. I still don't love it because it relies a bit too much on sleep powder for my taste, but I have a friend who was gonna love it. And then the guy did really well at the regional with it, and then I went, okay, I'm using this for the rest of the season. And the team was centered around Oricorio. And since then, it's been my favorite Pokemon. Especially because that team is my favorite team I've ever used.
1.
Yeah, that's basically the story of why it's my favorite. Like, that team is by far my favorite team competitively ever. And I think some people here have seen it. It is wild. It is wild. Like, the team also has a Focus Punch Buzzwole. It was...
Is it the Gen 17?
Yes. The 2017 team with Oricorio, Elegant, Torkoal, Buzzwole, Tapu Lele, Garchomp. Wait, I did not show it to you, Matt? Huh. Define old consoles. I don't think I've played Gens 1 and... No, I've played a little of Gens 1 and 2 on console, but never owned them. But I've played the Gen 3... My first game was Leaf Green. Or, technically, the oldest game that I own is Stadium 1. If it's not... I don't think Hey You Pikachu... No, I don't own Hey You Pikachu, but I think Snap came after Stadium, if I remember right. But those are the two oldest games I own. Playing through Stadium without the Gen 1 games was a massive pain. But that's kind of why I was always drawn to battling, I think. Considering that, like, I played the game that basically only had battling as my first game. And since Fire Red Leaf Green, I think the only mainline that I didn't play... Because personally, I don't count Legends Arceus and Legends ZA. I think the gameplay is too different to really count them as mainline. Even if they officially consider them mainline, I personally don't. The only mainline games I haven't played were Black 2 and White 2, which I really think I missed out on. Like, in hindsight, but I was just kind of burnt out. Back then. Oh yeah. But honestly, Gen 5, I think, like, it's really came out at a bad time for me because, like I said, I was kind of getting burnt out on Pokemon. But I think that they're the best mainline games. I think that it's hard to I think it's hard to argue that they're the best mainline games in my opinion. It's gonna hard to convince me that gonna be hard to convince me that it's not the case. So I just want to continue in that direction. I will always pretend to hate Gen 4 more than I actually do. I think they're good games, but I will always think that they're slightly overrated. And because of that, I'm always going to exaggerate my hate for it. And again, the main reason why I don't like it is really because I always felt like very slow games. That's my main reason to hate it. Like otherwise, like region design wise, pretty cool. A lot of the gameplay features in there, extremely cool. Like I will never get tired of the underground. The underground was absolute peak. But especially after after spending so many hours in Gen 3, it felt like the game runs on molasses. Like it feels like the game is in an engine running on molasses. Like you're running in molasses, which is not necessarily fun. Like it does get annoying. Do I actually hate the games? No. Am I gonna pretend I do? Yes. Because it is very easy to hate. and it's one of the few things I love rage baiting about. I will also say, like, I think that most modern Pokemon games are such a pain to replay. Like, we need a skip cutscene button, especially if you've already played the game before. Oh, that's also a very good point, Matt. Like, I will also agree with one of the most common complaints that I completely agree with is just like the complete lack of fire types outside of like Chimchar. Like if you don't pick Chimchar, good luck finding a fire type. I think the only one is Ponyta. I think that might only be in Platinum too. At least until post game. How did I fall down one lower all of a sudden? Oh, that might have already been there, actually. Maybe. I don't know. Yes. That is the problem with most Pokemon games. But yeah, just give me skip cutscene though. Like, even with voice acting, I might want to just skip it. I still don't know how a feature that's that's been implemented in gaming before the 21st century still isn't here. No, actually, no, I can easily believe it. That we're talking about Pokemon. Love the franchise, but can't argue against that detail. Pokemon does Pokemon things. And Heatran, Matt, and Heatran. But that is because, like, yeah, you're gonna say, yeah, but that's a legendary. But isn't Magmortar locked to post game too? And technically, Rotom Heat, but back when it released, it wasn't even a fire type. So, do we really count it as a fire type introduced in Sinnoh if it only became a fire type in Unova? More reason why Unova is goated. I will also give it to Platinum, even though I still like Emeralds more. Platinum having a Battle Frontier again was also nice. I miss Battle Frontiers. But I still like Emeralds more. I don't remember where you find Magmore. And also, the fact that you need Platinum to fix... Then again, I feel like we also always basically compared to third versions for like most regions anyway. It's like, I was gonna say, like, when you need to compare the region that fixes stuff, the version that fixes stuff, then again, that's kind of what we do for every region. So like, that is not an argument in good faith. Yeah, that is a bad faith argument. And one of the funniest things that I keep hearing people say, like, hey, Platinum fixed most of the issues of the game is being slow. No, it doesn't. It is still very slow. I'd even argue that Hard Gold and Soul Silver are also still slow. Like, it's really only in Unova that they finally get that right. Like, people who say that just haven't, like, didn't start with a previous gen, I feel like. Like, after playing too many hours of Gen 3, getting to Gen 4, and, yeah, it's hard to get past the fact that it's so slow. We're carried by emulators. You know what? That is fair, Matt. That is fair.
What emulators y'all use?
Which one's the one I've used recently? Because, like, honestly, I haven't played on emulator in a long time, and most of the time it was... Most of the time when I've done it was trying to extract resources. Like, either it was, like, specific sprites or animations, or specific sounds. So I don't remember which ones I used. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm a bit of too much of a nerd. I think that though for Game Boy Advance, I'm very much a Visual Boy Advance kind of guy. Or rather, no, Mr. Nintendo, we don't support emulation around here. John Pikachu, you did not hear those words around here. Okay, are they gone? Are they gone? Are we safe? I love how I already know that my hopes of ever being a Nintendo partnered creator are already dead. Cobblemon already ruined it. Those hopes are long dead. Yippee! I forgot who recently applied that people were completely shocked wasn't accepted. I think it might have been PM7. And he had just released basically a Cobblemon video right before, so I think that might have been why he wasn't accepted. Like, for the world media passes, I think that was why. At least that's the most logical explanation. And here I was joking a few years ago that I'd be going back to Worlds with a media pass.
This might sound like a dumb question, but is it hot in Canada?
Right now, decently hot. I think it's, when I checked earlier, it was 21 degrees. Well, 21 Celsius. Like, it's not, and from what I heard in Toronto right now, it's excessively hot. Like, I think it was past 30. Again, Celsius. Like, then again, like, when I checked was, like, this morning, or when I was getting lunch. Yeah, 21 is okay. Like I said, relatively hot. Like, I think it's, it's a great temperature, really. The 31, though, different story. But like I said, like, it was in the morning. Like, this afternoon, I have no clue. Or, like, late morning. So, like, it's probably a bit warmer, but, like, not too much so.
For me, it's 23:17, and it is 16 degrees Celsius.
Wait, that late? Oh. Interesting time zone. Oh, for me to cook, it's very easy for me to be cooked. I will basically say I'm, like, skin-wise, I'm basically a vampire. Like, I do not tan. I do not tan, I sunburn. I sunburn or I'm pale as a ghost. No in between. So I really hope I get rid of this cod soon. Well, I already have another stack of, like, salmon. So I guess I can kind of heal. Let me put those combis back in now that they've started. I'm gonna say they're misbehaving. Misbehaving. There you go. I ruined it for everyone.
When was the last time it rained in your country?
Yesterday? I'm pretty sure it rained yesterday. I might be remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure it rained yesterday. It definitely rained Saturday. That one I do remember. It was even thunderstorms. It was raining pretty badly. I'm about to sneeze. Okay, people are proud. Okay, then I don't apologize then if people are proud.
Bless you.
Thank you. So let me put the coal in here. Wait, did I put the iron in the chest by accident? No, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, it was still in the shulker box. Cool. Now let's put the iron in there. Those chests are all going to be full by the time I'm done. I'm going to fill every single one of those chests. Next.
What's the worst natural disaster that can occur in Canada?
Oh, which? Floods. If floods count, we get floods every spring. And wildfires. We also get quite a lot of wildfires. We've gone wildfires like the past few years. I don't think there's. I know we've had, like, I don't say like the most frequent one or the most likely, but I do remember a very big sinkhole also happening a few years ago. Like, massive sinkhole. There you go. I'm gonna be able to hunt for Beldum probably again tonight. If I decide to do that, I might also just mainly spend time editing or something. Wait, I'm pretty sure yeah, there is a honey chest. It would be kind of funny to start setting up a saccharine farm at the pyramids, but I don't think there's a spot where it would really work. Until I'm done tearing it down, at least. Oh, let's go pick up the last shulker box. I've heard of it, I don't know much about it. Okay, there we go. Big sprout. Wait, no, I'm not supposed to throw the eggs here. I'm supposed to throw them at the pyramid scheme. I forgot. My bad. Also, I should clear some stuff in here that I know I don't really need. Like this. I don't really need any of that. So let's evolution items. Let's put the metal coat. Let's put this in there. Then held items. Let's put those two. Berries. Berries is here. That frees some space. I don't know why the combies keep misbehaving. Or, again, misbehaving. I might have to spend some time at Big Sprout just to make sure that we finally get some proper honey. I still love this version of Relic Song, it's so good. Shout out to Sounds of Suicune. Or I think he just goes for Sounds of Suic now. Yeah, that sounds like what they're... Yeah, that sounds like the combies, alright.
Why do you have Miltank in UR bar?
Oh, I was shiny hunting yesterday. And so I always keep it close so I can just right click it for Moo Moo Milk for snacks. Basically, utility. That reminds me, I need to send those two out. That's what those two are for. Who's on? Let's take a look. Jando, Safi, Gorgon, Dukester, Jensunger, Masa, the Gaming Emmy, What's Up Jack, and Vert. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 counselors, 2 Whoopers, and the rest are Turtwig. Hello, Trepinch. Oh my god, I forgot that Hippolyon looks so big. I keep forgetting. Like, it shouldn't be a surprise, it's a hippo, but... its sprite always makes it seem like it's so small. Even its model in game, I feel, like in the main games, makes it feel like it's way smaller than it should be.
Why are you destroying the pyramid?
Okay, that is a funny story. So, in VR, there's very few Pokemon that can fly on. Only UFO and rocket mounts. If you know about enough about Cobblemon, you know that the UFO mounts are very slow. Basically, people almost only use it to build. Because like they do give you a lot of precise control, which is very nice while building, but they are not practical for traveling. So that really only leaves me rocket mounts, which are kind of bugged. If you stay in the air for too long, they just start going in circles. And there's only 2 of them. One of them is Blastoise, which, because of the bug I just talked about, is too slow to even be practical. The only other one is Golurk. Golurk spawns in 3 spots only. Ancient cities, desert pyramids, and jungle pyramids. There's no ancient city, there's no desert pyramid, and there's no jungle pyramid. But I heard about these pyramids and thought, okay, maybe this will spawn a Golurk. But it doesn't, because it's not considered a desert pyramid. And out of spite, I've started calling this pyramid a scam. And what do you call a pyramid-shaped scam? A pyramid scheme. And I've decided I'm gonna make sure that no one else is ever scammed. And with that, I mean I'm gonna take down the pyramid scheme. Or you might just say because I'm crazy. One of the two, really. And I think it's a really funny bit. And, well, we kind of needed bottles after the clash. So we needed sand. And as you've probably noticed, there's a lot of sand in this pyramid. So that kind of fixed the issue at the same time. But there's also a badge that Iman gives that's called the Camp Director badge. Which is, the way you get it is by impressing him in some way. And I figured that taking down the entire pyramid by hand without a hammer, that would be impressive. And so I'm going to try to obtain the badge that way. I thought I was the villain of Camp Cobblemon, but I might be the hero now. I thought that I was being built up as the villain that like everyone wants to take down, but no. I'm the underdog now. I'm the hero trying to save everyone from scams. And I thought I was a villain because like, oh yeah, that's a competitive guy. He's gonna win everything. Like everyone's gonna root for the underdog. I'm not the underdog, but I can't fly now. Or I can barely fly. I can only fly on a very slow shiny fortress. Also, that reminds me, I need to send out my Chansey. I need to increase that guy's happiness. Thankfully, it's not going to take too long. Like, I only need to increase it to 160.
Are there any underdog villains in TV shows and films?
Good question. I think the main ones are like the ones like are good people like that are considered heroes and kind of become villains over time. I might be doing the reverse. I might be the redemption story, actually. I don't know. I might be the one who people thought was the villain, but was actually the good guy. Who knows? Also, there's also that pyramid that I've already started taking down, but I feel like if I continue the other one, I'm probably going to do it off stream because I think I might have actually pressed buttons to break the other one. It's way smaller, so it's nowhere near as impressive. Non-protagonist? I don't know. I don't even know who would be considered the protagonist of the camp. Okay, actually maybe Jimny. Jimny might be the protagonist. If you've seen Jimny, you know why. He's probably the protagonist. And if anyone tries to say that Mach is, he's Team Rocket. He can't be the protagonist. Otherwise, yeah, he'd have a good case. Xardio, you're just like me. Although I tend to read more manga than I watch anime now. Or manhwa. But I've also just been stuck in the kind of stuck in the editing dungeon quite a bit recently. Like especially because I need to free space on my like I was saying, hard drive. My hard drive forces me to edit. Thank you, hard drive, for beating the procrastination out of me. Well, the problem right now is like because of my strategy where I just upload things to YouTube as I edit, like it means that at this point, like the speed at which I upload my footage on YouTube is my main limiting factor, which is kind of crazy. Exactly. Marcus James, so he can't be the protagonist. I think it might be Jimny. Like, as much as I don't want to name someone from Team Whooper because I'm Team Turtwig as a protagonist, I think it might be Jimny. Not sure who else it would be. Actually, who knows? It's still very early. The protagonist might not even have shown up yet.
Did you know 0, 9 equals 1?
Nope, I did not. Also, actually, you know what I heard actually a few days ago? Someone's goal for camp is to beat me. Like, that is straight up their main goal. Cactus's goal from what he told me was to beat me. Does that mean that I'm the villain? Does that mean, or is that the opposite? Like, is he the Team Rocket and I'm the Ash? What do you guys think? I don't know how to interpret this. Other than I'm gonna make sure he loses every time. Or it might just be the side plot, like the comic relief side plot. So yeah, no, he might be Team Rocket. He might be the equivalent of Team Rocket, and I'm Ash. Yeah, he might just be losing comically every time. That's my goal. That's my goal. Okay, you know what, Matt? You're right.
It's just a rivalry. No one's an antagonist.
Amy, that is so funny, but you know, I can't really choose when it comes to stuff like the Clash. Also, you know what might be really funny, I think, actually, for the Clashers, especially after figuring out that people can, like, battle multiple times? I'm not saying we're gonna do it. I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna suggest it, but I think it would be really funny if for one of the camp clashes, we made it so I'm the only person who shows up to battle for Team Turtwig, and that Camp Whooper all has to battle me back to back. I think that would be hilarious. But Amy, I really respect the idea. That is really funny. But I think I'm just gonna win every time instead. And yes, I think that only having me battle would be the best strat. But is that really how we want to do it? I doubt it. I don't think we're that desperate to get the win. Like, I think we can still win the captain battle anyway. Matt, they're all in one day. It would be like the equivalent of playing 7 rounds at a regional, but my opponents don't necessarily get tougher. It's like, I don't know.
But be honest, are you mining the pyramid cause you are procrastinating?
Procrastinating on what? I don't think there's anything I'm procrastinating on. Like, at least like when it comes to the camp itself, no. I guess I could be editing, but like the afternoon is when I typically like to stream, and I don't think I've got anything I could be streaming right now. And I think that people just really want to see the insanity. Like, I think Order might want to see how low I fall. But yes, I agree. It would be really funny, though. I agree, Xardio, that it would be really funny. And that is why I thought about it, was it was just like, oh, this would be really funny. Messed up, too, but funny. And yeah, like I said, I think there were like 7 people who showed up for Wooper this week. If it were that many, yeah, I don't think I'd burn out. Like, especially if it was just me going back to back to back to back. And especially when I consider it, I don't even need to win every match. I just need to win more than half. Like, knowing that, yeah, I'd be pretty confident. Like, I wouldn't even need to change my team. Like, I probably could have run the same. Like, looking back, I could have run the same 4 against everyone and probably would have gone undefeated or close to undefeated. Yeah, okay, this is why like making comments like that casually makes me wonder. These are moments that make me wonder: am I really not the bad guy? I said that way too casually, or just way too matter of fact. Like, the cocky attitude is, like, I think it's really something that, like, adds a bit of entertainment. Like, especially what, I don't think it's, like, not disrespectful, like, towards anyone in particular. And I think, like, if done the right way, I think it's actually quite funny. Like, I remember the night before the Clash, or either the night before or 2 days before the Clash, where we were talking about who we thought we were going to be paired against, and or if we were worried about being paired against anyone, like, between us and Team Turtwig, and I just said, I don't really care who's my first victim's gonna be. Like, at the end of the day, it's just my first victim.
Do you watch any Camp Cobblemon creators?
Since camp started, no, because I've been a bit too busy myself. But, like, before the camp started, I don't think I really watched a lot of people from Wooper, but, like, even before I knew them, I watched quite a bit of Vert, Doug, Callie, Casey too. Like, I watched quite a bit of the Battlecraft guys, and then obviously, like, especially after he started Origins, because I already knew him, Macula quite a bit. And after I was invited to camp, but before camp started, I did watch some videos from some of the other people here. I forgot who I also I actually watched one of RJ's videos before. I think it was the one of, can he play all of the Pokemon games in 1 week? I think that was him. Xardio, I disagree. Being the good guy is not necessarily boring. It just has to be done in an interesting way. And I think that, like, especially if I'm competing the way I am, like, being the good guy, okay, yeah, that would be boring. Or at least, like, playing, like, or if anything, like, trying to be overly humble would be a bit annoying. Like, not even boring. Like, I think, like, oh yeah, no, I'm kind of very worried, like, or, like, I don't know what to expect. Like, I think, yeah, okay, that would either be boring or annoying. And at the end of the day, like I said, I think I've said it earlier, one of the goals I have is to make sure that, like, people remember me at the end of this. I don't watch it, Tree. Or, I can do the rage bait if you guys want. I can say it. I can say the most offensive thing I could say to some people in chat. And I think you guys already know what I'm gonna say. I could say the most offensive thing right now. I don't watch soccer.
Do it!
I just did. Thank you, Xardio. This is how I do it.
How is this rage bait?
Matt sees it immediately. Just saying soccer is gonna be enough to rage bait any phonetics. Just calling it soccer is enough. I know my rage bait. I'm slightly too slow. Like when I get to this one, I'm slightly too slow, I think, or slightly too fast.
Oh, now I got it.
Yeah, I got mad so hard. I knew it. Like, main sport I watch is F1. Which, well, last weekend, actually, one of the more entertaining Monaco Grand Prix, which is very surprising, but it kind of says it. It kind of says it all when the reason why it was entertaining was because people crashed. Not even because Monaco really is just. It's not a race. It's a parade. Oh my god, I just looked at the minimap and realized that, oh my god, this is how little I've done. Like, just looking at based on the
Americans
width.
don't play with their feet that don't kick the ball all the time. I call normal football football and American football American football.
I call American football football and soccer soccer, because if you say the word soccer, you immediately know which sport it's talking about, so that makes it soccer. There you go. I'm winning the rage bait wars. It's too easy. Exactly. Remember the number one rule of racing: if you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. Well, and the number two rule, the only thing better than being a rule breaker is to be a rule maker. That is a motto for life, by the way. If there's a rule that's created because of you, you did a great job. It is not just rugby. Yeah, remember the golden rules that you learn from racing. If you ain't cheating, you ain't winning, and...
My dad's friend bought an F1 subscription where he can see each driver's POV and other stuff.
Oh yeah, F1 TV. We don't have it here. I don't remember if we do have it here or not, but that's not how I watch it. We just have it from TSN. Which is basically just like a rebroadcast of the Sky Sports broadcast. Oh no, sometimes it's also bending the rules and making sure you're just not caught. Or sometimes just straight up breaking the rules, but accepting that breaking the rules is a better payoff anyway than respecting it. That also happens. Like just knowing, okay, yeah, this penalty is still gonna be less costly than just respecting the rules, so let's just break it on purpose. I think that's basically every sport. I think that's the case for every sport. Like, there is a cost to penalties, and sometimes the cost is worth it. You didn't hear it from me, though. If you see it as a price to pay, sometimes you can see that, yeah, that it is worth the cost. Sorry, Cubone, go meet your mother. What, Matt? What I said to Cubone?
What the last movie you have seen?
What's the last? Oh, good question. I don't even remember. When was the last time I've watched a movie? I don't even remember the last time I think it might have been the second Borat movie that I've watched, like, either late last year or early this year. I'd never watched Borat before. And I was like, okay, I need to. I heard so much about time I watch it. Oh, I know. I'm not helping my case. I said it before. Vert found out that I'm probably more fitting for, like, naturally more fitting towards Team Obsidian than the Pond, especially of what I'm saying. Like I said, I know how to play my role. I knew how to play my role of the Pond, and I know what role I can play here that no one else can really do. Pokemon are my friends only if they're winners. Then in that case, skill issue.
Are you the only bilingual in the server?
Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna guess that there's probably, well, I think, well, okay, creators are count. Do you also count counselors or just between the creators? But even then, like, my answer is probably not. Because honestly, I have been surprised at the amount of British people I know who actually speak French pretty well. Like, it is shocking. And I know that there are a few counselors that, I'm pretty sure there are a few counselors where English isn't their first language. Or at least one or two. But yeah, I'd be surprised if I'm the only bilingual. Oh, I got flamethrower. Thank you, Cubone. I'm pretty sure that was Cubone. There you go. I think I'm gonna be done with this later before I need to go back to... Yeah, Exardio, you would not... Well, you've probably heard Matt speak. He's the most British sounding guy I've ever heard. He's the most British sounding guy who's not British that I've ever heard. Like, he's not even a native English speaker, but I think everyone assumes that he's British at first. So I'm probably, well, no, not probably. I'm gonna have to go very, very soon, but like, just about now. Ending a bit earlier than I expected, but let's see if there's someone I can raid. Let's see if there's someone I can raid. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow or what time I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow if I do. Oh, I know who I can raid. I know exactly who I can raid. Didn't know he was still alive today, but actually that kind of makes sense. Let's go say hi to Duck. Yeah, like I said, don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Probably on Friday. Actually, probably on Thursday. When I think about it, I can probably go for a bit longer on Thursday. But yeah, see you guys next time.